We don't have a single form of government. We mixed a lot of forms together. Democracy is a part of it. It's part of the mixed. Republicanism is part of it. The political party that began to form around me was called the Democratic Republicans, sometimes called the Republican Democrats. I won't tell you which one to put first. That is your business. But never split them. Democracy and republicanism only work when they work together. I talked about these balances in government that Aristotle talked about when I referred to America as being the boisterous sea of liberty. I said the boisterous sea of liberty is never without a wave. The best form of government we've found as of 1787 was ruled by the majority, but not simply the majority. That is why it is a mixed form of government. I did want there to be revolutions on a regular basis. God help us if we don't have them, because people were not going to be happy all the time. And if they're quiet when they're not happy with their government, with the situation, that is the beginnings of lethargy, which is the beginning of death to the public liberty. I do not want a violent rebellion every generation. I think we've set up a system where we get to have rebellions every 2 years, every 4 years, every 6 years. But here's where I come back to all of you. If a man only engages in this revolution once every 4 years, that is the end of our liberty. The surest way for citizens to engage in this ongoing revolution is in their local government. When we use the term revolution, Isaac Newton was the second of those 3 men I was referring to. When I said we're the greatest men ever lived. When we talked about revolution, when I talked about it, I meant like Isaac Newton talked about. The earth is revolving on its axis as it hurtles through space. If it stops revolving, it'll tip over this way and that. You're going to have trouble holding on and standing up in spite of all the gravity in the world. And if the earth stops revolving around the sun, you'll hurtle off out into the void or into the fire. Constant revolution is needed. But emphasizing the blood and patriot of tyrants, I wrote about that in one private letter. I didn't say it in a public speech. That would have been irresponsible of me. That is hurtling into the fire. But to not have revolutions at all because you want too much peace and you're afraid of that boisterous sea of liberty is to hurtle out into the void.